Hello and welcome to the 30th annual Williamsville Holiday Tournament Championship game between your hometown Bullets and the Warrensburg-Latham Cardinals. Ryan, we've got a good one on our hands. This place is packed. There's not an empty seat in the house.
Nope. And you know what? I think this is going to be one of the best games of the year for Williamsville. Both teams seem ready to go. Crowds are into it already, so it's gonna be a
wonderful game here.
Tip off underway.
Dave Root Court. Warrensburg wins the tip. Brendan Bond's gonna bring it up for the Cardinals. Gets it over to Southern. Southern moving back up top. Trapped. Now to Hickey. Over to Gardner. Gardner gonna get it to McKenzie. Down low to Hickey. Hickey goes up.
Fouled by Sanders.
Fouled. So he'll head to the line. Jackson Sanders picks up his first
foul trouble
in the game.
See if the crowd can take any effects
in this game,
obviously.
Two student sections in this one.
There is. Misses the first.
Hickey misses the first. Williamsville student section lacking a little bit compared to Warrensburg's.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, but I think Bullets make up for it with the crowd size.
Hickey makes the second, so Warrensburg jumps out to a 1-0 lead, and Williamsville going to bring it up. Carson Doran gets it back to Shuffler. Shuffler going to cross half court now back to Doran.
Sailing's open in the corner.
Yeah. Kicks over to Bodine. Bodine back to Doran to Shuffler.
See if they can set something up offensively. Warrensburg's not denying Sailing like you saw Porta do the other night.
Doran moving to his right, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Sailing now. Gives over to Shuffler.
Long possession here for Williamsville, find anything you can get.
Doran going, loses it, tipped out. Stay with the Bullets. Maybe going to be, better for them in the long run. You don't want to hold the ball too long because you start to force a shot. So maybe you can get something off the inbound to Sailing. Corner, drives baseline back to Bodine. Over to Shuffler, stolen away. That's Southern going to take it, give it to Bonds.
Good steal from Shuffler.
Shuffler gets it.
You got to bring it up. If you're Williamsville, find Sailing. He's wide open.
Sailing thought about the three, back over to Shuffler. He'll take the three. His three-pointer is no good. Tipped out. Gonna go to the Cardinals.
I think Sailing could have shot that one, past an open look up. If you're Sailing, I think you got to pull every open look that you can.
So Bonds brings it up for the Cardinals. 6:40 to go in the first quarter.
See if Warrensburg wants to play their slow-paced game or their fast-paced game. We talked about how they could do both.
McKenzie back to Bonds. Bonds going to drive the lane, go up and in. So it's a 3-0 lead now for Warrensburg. They jump out early in this one.
No 1-2-2. They're kind of picking up half court though.
Sailing gets it to Shuffler.
Got to space out a little bit here, Williams.
Bonds
up
on Shuffler. Moving to his left.
Court.
Gets it to Sanders. Back to Shuffler to Doran. Right side. Sailing in the corner. Back to Doran, who drives. Picks up his dribble. Gets it to Shuffler. 6 minutes on the clock now. As Shuffler going to reset. Gets a screen from Sanders. Probably could have hit Sanders. Hits Doran in the corner. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound by Southern.
Two good looks from Williamsville. They're going to knock those down. She's got to get stops.
Gardner has it. Guarded by Doran. Moving. Drives right by him. Goes in.
No good.
Shot is no good.
Shuffler tried to take a charge there. Maybe altered Gardner's shot.
So Shuffler gives to Doran. Back to Sailing. Deep three is no good. Rebound by McKenzie. Got to get it up to Gardner.
Let's get another stop. Go back down. The lid's going to come off the basket eventually for Williamsville.
Southern moves to his right, gets to McKenzie. Down low to Hickey. Hickey drives, goes up over Sanders.
Good
Nothing
defense.
there.
Great wall up from Sanders. Doran's open in the corner.
He's going to drive, push it. He loses it on the floor.
And
he's
fouled
there.
Fouled.
So there's
either
Gardner.
by McKenzie or Gardner.
I think it's going to be called on Gardner there.
Yep, it will be.
So,
he's been in foul trouble the past 2 games. He's going to foul. He doesn't play very smart sometimes on the defensive end.
Shuffler down
Great
low
cut by
Bodine. And in.
He screens Sailing to get him open. 2 went with Sailing. Bodine cuts for an easy layup. Gets Williamsville on the board early.
So Gardner brings it up. Over to Southern.
Bullets crowd is really into it.
Now to Bonds.
Bonds, obviously, Warrensburg subs quite frequently.
Hickey
6, 7
driving,
guys.
kicks to Gardner. Gardner guarded by Doran.
Doran's done a great job defensively in this
and
tournament.
He's going to spin, go up, and
no good.
No foul
Got
called.
to push. You got numbers.
So Doran.
So he's going to slow it up. Warrensburg gets good.
Spins,
back.
gets to Shuffler. Over to Sailing to Doran in the corner. Driving baseline, goes up and missed the layup.
Yep.
So Southern going to bring it up now. Tipped
Good
by
tip
Sailing.
I think it's going back to Warrensburg, but if Bullets get a stop here.
Watkins going to sub in, early sub for the Bullets.
Can't let, and the
Sanders
reason why,
heads out.
Sanders has the foul. It's going to be a physical game. You can't let Sanders pick up too early. Griffin's great defensively down low. We'll see if they can rely on him to also rebound, as he's a very good rebounder to stop Hickey, number
Southern
22.
Gets to Bonds. Over, back to Southern in the corner, down to Hickey. Hickey kind of has a lane, goes in, missed the layup, tips away.
Dorn over the back.
Gardner in the corner,
Deep
his
two.
three-pointer, no good.
Rebound
by
for
Southern, back to Bonds now.
Bullets cannot allow Warrensburg to get second or third opportunities.
Bonds back to Southern, right side guarded by Sailing, back to Gardner, guarded by Doran, who's going to move to his right now and tries to find something, nowhere to go.
Yep.
Gets it to Southern, who finds Bonds, guarded by Shuffler. Goes baseline, goes up under the basket for the points. So they're up by 3.
Early 5-2 lead for Warrensburg. They came out ready to go.
Shuffler.
Moswell's going to slow it up a little bit, maybe get a set look here, see what they want to do.
Moving to his right, gets to Doran in the corner. Gets back to Sailing in the corner, lost it. McKenzie bringing it up. Gets it down to Gardner, who goes up, loses it. Doran grabs it.
Got caught in the air. I think he's got to go up for that layup. Doran almost traveled.
To Shuffler, who drives.
It's not a good
shot. Off the glass, no good.
Great
good job
tip by Bodine.
Bodine there gets it to Doran. Gardner going to be called, so that's his second.
Honestly, I kind of wish that they didn't call that foul because Doran was wide open for a 3. But it gets Gardner too, and he's going to come out of the game.
Lee
coming in. Again, Gardner picking up 2 early fouls. He does not play very smart defensively. I think if he goes back in, the Bullets can target him more when they're on offense to get him 3.
So Shuffler bringing it up for the Bullets. Screen now from Bodine, not super tough there.
Bullets going to take
Shuffler,
the time.
Going to drive into the lane, kick to the corner, Tim. Back to Doran.
Bullets going small ball now. Tim is in for walk-ins. Maybe try to get more shooters. Help free up drives.
Had Bodine there in the lane, but couldn't find him. Sailing deep three is no good.
Good effort by Doran on the offensive glass.
Yep. Good rebound there.
Got to get a stop if you're Williamsville. Down 3 here early.
Lee gets to Southern. Back to Lee now. Bonds.
No backside help.
Down low to Hickey, and he just gets past Tim. Timeout called by the Bullets. A 5-point lead for the Warrensburg-Latham Cardinals. We'll be back after the timeout. Back here, 2:04 to go in the first quarter. A 5-point lead for Warrensburg. Williamsville struggling kind of early on offense in this one. They've had plenty of possessions, just really no open looks. Good defense here from the Cardinals. So Shuffler going to bring it up, guarded by Bonds. Gets it to Doran, who has nothing. Drives, kicks Tim. Back to Sailing. 3-pointer is no good. And out of bounds. So it'll be Cardinal ball.
Sailing 0 for 3 to start. Was slow to start against Porta as well, so not a good sign, but you know as soon as he hits one, he can start making all of them.
Definitely going to, once he hits one, as Southern take this one. He falls, almost turns the ball over, but Hickey gets to it, and Hickey has to get it to Bonds. To McKenzie. Three-pointer is off the mark. Rebound there by Tim. Shuffler going to bring it up. I want to see the Bullets here run a set.
Absolutely.
They have not. They've only been able to run a few real sets here. Tim, three-pointer deep is no good. Bodine kind of fell down there, and Doran kind of ran him over. So Bond's going to bring it up, drives to the lane. Stolen away by Shuffler.
I think if you're Williamsville, you got to get a layup here. You're not shooting it well
and
from three.
Shuffler turns the ball over. No, but he gets it right back. Kicks the Sailing in the corner. Going to run a reset here. Probably he's going pretty fast. Yeah. Shuffler going to drive. Put up a shot. Is fouled.
It's a good take from Shuffler. You know, they haven't – a lot of their threes have been really deep. And, you know, they're not great shots. So get downhill, get a foul, get to the line, and get some points on the board here, hopefully, if he can knock these down.
Definitely. And Shuffler kind of dealt with a ankle injury after the game against Porta on Saturday night. So interested to see, you know, how he's feeling in this one. He has reassured us that it's nothing to worry about, as he took a kind of a hard fall there. But he nails the first one, so 43.9 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a 4-point lead still for Warrensburg. He makes the second.
There you go.
So a terrific free throw shooter in Shuffler nails his two to make it a 3-point game with about 38 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I think he kind of settled the Bullets down a little bit there. You know, now it's down to a one possession game again.
So Cottrell Lee driving into the lane, guarded by Shuffler. Back out to Hickey. Hickey gives over to Bonds, guarded by Doran. Screen there, trap. Hickey gets into the lane. His shot falls, so it's a 5-point lead again for the Cardinals. 10 seconds.
I think you got to get a shot off Hickory Williamsville here.
Over to
Sailing's
Sailing.
open.
Back to Shuffler. Deep three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Hickey. So Cardinals end the first quarter with a 5-point lead. Bullets coming out a little slow to start here. Could it potentially be the nerves? I don't know. We'll find out when we return for the second quarter. Back here, second quarter action of the Williamsville Holiday Tournament Championship game. The hometown Bullets down by 5 in this one to start. I mean, poor shot selection so far in this one.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of their threes they've taken have been 4 or 5 feet behind the three-point line. I think you either got to scoot in or you just got to, I think you got to find some layups for Williamsville here.
You got to run a set play.
Absolutely.
They just ran a set play there, but that's like only their really third time they've ran a true set play in this game. So
I'm going to reset it for Shuffler here. I do think you do need a set play here, especially because, you know, you're not getting downhill very well.
And the ball movement really hasn't been there.
No.
So Doran drives the lane, loses it, gets it to Sailing, who gets back to Shuffler, who will take a three-pointer. No good. Tipped.
Great effort from Bodine.
Great job, tipped it away. So jump ball called.
Yeah, go to Warrensburg.
Yeah.
Looked like one official had a foul, the other one had a jump ball. They're going to go with the jump ball. Another deep three that's left short, though.
Yeah,
you know,
they need to take a step closer a little bit. You know, I mean, I think these shots fall if they're closer.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're
at least 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, they're really taking deep shots, and I think Sailing's taking deep shots just because it's the only looks he's getting. As the Cardinals get it down low to Hickey. who just beat Sanders down low, and they get some points there.
You know, this is the first time this year Williamsville's been punched in the face. I think this is going to prove this game how tough the Bullets really are, if I'm being honest.
On their home court,
Absolutely.
too. What can they do? Shuffler to Dorn in the corner. Dorn's been pretty quiet so far.
Yeah,
and he turns the ball over. Bond's going to reel it back and pull and bring it up. So Gardner with 2 fouls for the Cardinals. He's still out. But the offense kind of clicking now. Cottrelli, pull-up jumper, falls. So a 9-point lead. Timeout called by the
Bullets. It'll be
Bullets,
a full timeout.
So Bullets struggling to start in this one. We'll be back after the timeout. Back here in the second quarter after the timeout from Williamsville, a 9-point lead for the Warrensburg-Latham Cardinals, and the Bullets have some work to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a pretty low-scoring game, to be fair.
It is, yes. And the defense hasn't been,
And Shuffler, an uncharacteristic turnover.
Yeah. The Bullets' defense hasn't been bad, but it also hasn't been excellent. And considering you're not getting anything offensively, I think your defense has to, be,
and you cannot let
phenomenal every
Warrensburg
time down.
Jump out a ton here early.
No.
As Kajowski driving, tipped
Kicked
away.
out of
Yeah,
bounds.
good job by
Bodine.
Yeah, Hickey might have gotten free there, as we've seen him do so far in this one, but
I think Williamsville, next time you get the ball, go down, try to drive, get a layup. The threes haven't fallen. Get more points on the board. Just settle in.
As Bonds will have it for the Cardinals. Gets it down to Hickey. Hickey tipped away by Bodine. Great job, reach. Set. Bodine thinks it hit hard off of Hickey's knee.
Southern will come back in for Bonds.
And Gardner moves up to that second spot on the bench as Lee misses the inbound layup. Kajowski gets the shot, and it goes.
11-point lead now for Warrensburg. I said it yesterday or 2 days ago. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder thinking that they deserve the 1 seed. Right now, I think, they have a pretty good.
They are still trying to trap here. Up 11. 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Williamsville's not out of this game. Just got to find open looks offensively.
Dorn drives, kicks to the corner.
That's a good look.
Sailing, three-pointer. Is
there
in.
It is.
So it's cut down to an 8-point lead now for the Bullets as Sailing hits a clutch three in the quarter to maybe get something going
and that
for the Bullets.
That happens because you drive and you get to the paint. Defense is going to break down if you can get to the paint.
Now on the other side, you have to play good defense. As Sailing fell, McKenzie driving, shot up and in.
It's a great physical move by McKenzie on Bodine.
Defensively, after a great offensive possession like that, you cannot just come down and let them score the way that they did.
Saw that last game with Porta, they get points, but they just give it right back on the next possession.
It has to be both at the same time to come back in this one.
Sanders going to set a high ball screen.
Shuffler may have had Sanders for a second, but decides not to. Kicks to the corner, Doran. Moving back left into the lane, spins. Kicks to Sailing, back to Bodine, who drives over to Sailing. Three-pointer. That one's in as well. So it's now down to a 7-point game. You talked about it. Once he starts hitting them, they will all start to fall.
Absolutely. He's got to be the guy tonight. They're not taking him away. He's got to be the guy for Williamsville.
And now on the other end, you have to get a defensive stop. Southern in the corner, guarded by Doran. Down low to Hickey. Hickey going to work his shot off the mark. Rebound by Southern.
He stepped out of bounds.
So it'll be Bullet basketball. They needed a stop there desperately.
Yep.
So it's a 7-point game, trying to cut it down to potentially either 4 or 5.
And Tim's going to come in for Bodine, get Bodine a quick break, and obviously gives another shooter for Williamsville, maybe space things out.
But then, you know, you take away somebody who's great at crashing on the offensive end of the floor. So you may lose something, but hopefully you really just want to score right now. Yeah, you really need to score right now if you're Williamsville.
Sailing's wide open. Oh,
missed
Sanders,
him.
Yeah, you gotta find
Shuffler,
him.
three-pointer, pull up.
In.
Go. Down to a 4-point game.
They're getting hot.
And this is what good basketball teams are made of. They respond well under pressure. 3:10 to play in the second quarter.
Gotta get a stop.
McKenzie to Lee. Lee drives, spins, back to McKenzie. He's gonna take it downhill.
And they're gonna call, looks like one ref had a foul, one ref had a travel. They're gonna go with the travel.
Bullet basketball. So the momentum's slowly starting to swing in favor of the Bullets.
And if the reason why is Warren, it almost seems like every time Sanders gets that ball at the high post, they're doubling him.
Yeah.
Why would you leave a shooter in Sailing, Shuffler, Dorn? Like, you have to stick with them if you're Warrensburg.
And great job on the last possession for Shuffler to just pull up and have confidence in his shot.
Doesn't matter if you miss the first few. With him, Dorn, and Sailing, they're going to knock him down.
And over to Shuffler.
Looks like a two-man game.
Screen from Sanders. Nothing there. Gets it.
Does not pass. Decides to pull out and reset. Smart decision, I think. You know, still you're down 4, 2:35 to play in the second quarter, but if you get a good look here and get a stop.
And Shuffler, three-pointer again is no good. Rebound by McKenzie.
It'll be, they're going to call a foul on Doran.
So,
you know, it's only his first foul, so, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but you love the effort, because if that would have been a jump ball, Bullets get it right back.
Bonds will take it up for the Cardinals.
You got to think, you know, Williamsville's going to start to pull away here. You know, it's their home court. They're starting to feel it from three a little bit.
2:20 to go in the second quarter.
Gardner still hasn't came back in. As Doran has moved to McKenzie now, as he's kind of been the guy for Warrensburg the past couple possessions.
As Harden is in for the Cardinals as well. So this is probably their biggest lineup, as Harden just could not get up over Sanders there. As Cottrell Lee now going to get over to Harden. Jab.
Don't jump.
Drive. Foul by Tim. So maybe put Bodine in. I think that is Tim's second.
Yeah, and the reason he picked up that foul is because Sanders jumps in the air on a shot fake. If he stays down, he stays in front of Harden, and then you don't have to foul. Otherwise, that's a layup.
They get it in to McKenzie. Three-pointer is no good.
Beard wants the Bullets to push. Shuffler's going to get it down the court.
And he will have to throw it.
Throws it away.
Lee has it on a steal. He's going to push it up, get it back to Harden. Three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Doran, who will bring it up.
You can run a little, or he's going to go all the way.
He'll just take it and miss the layup. Tip. Doran gets it. Stays with the Bullets.
You know, I thought on that, instead of taking that, if he would have jump stopped and passed it back, Sailing would have been wide open for a three. And obviously, you know, if you're Doran, you want to go to the rim, but
especially, you know, he hasn't done a whole lot so far. He wants to maybe, you know, get some points on the board and just start to feel a little bit better.
Sailing's almost open in that corner again.
Gets it to Tim, who drives, put up a shot.
Fouled. So Tim will go to the line. Chance to cut this down to one possession.
Sanders has got to be careful down there. It looks like he was reaching almost all the way over Harden there. So
yeah. You know, he has one thing is Coach Beard doesn't want to go deep into his bench. So you can't pick up two before halftime.
And so Tim makes one. So it's a three-point game. 1:24 to go.
It's just slowly chipping away.
Gardner has still not come back in.
Yeah, and the reason why?
This is going to be a long game.
Is because the last two games, they put him back in and he picked up a third foul. I guarantee you that's why.
And they know that this one's going to be coming down to it, so they need him as Bonds just gets by the Williamsville defense and scores easily there.
Yeah. I think if you're Williamsville, you go 2 for 1 here, minute 10 left. Try to maybe get a quick look and then get a stop.
Shuffler
Think
back
quick
over to
reversals.
Dorn.
You got Sailing.
Sailing, driving, kicks out to Sanders, who moves it, gets it to Shuffler. 55 seconds left. If you're Williamsville, you want to maybe take a shot here because there's so much time it's going to be hard to hold. Is Shuffler going to get down in the lane? Shot off the glass is good.
Down to 3.
Timeout called by Warrensburg. We'll be back after the timeout. Back here, 43.4 seconds left to go in the second quarter. It's a 3-point lead for Warrensburg, and they've got the ball.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. They could choose to hold for 1 and not let Bullets get the ball back, or if they get a good look and they can take it and potentially extend this lead, but then they give the ball back to the Bullets. So I'm not sure what they're going to do here.
Bonds almost lost it in the corner.
Almost could have been a block on Sanders.
Under 30 seconds to go. We've seen people all day take shots here.
As they turn it over.
Turn it over. Shuffler bringing it up.
Looks like they will hold for 1, unless if you get a really good look.
16 down to 14 now. 10 seconds now. 6 on the clock. Sailing, driving, kicks to the corner. Bodine, 3-pointer. No good. And the clock will run out. So a 3-point lead for Warrensburg headed into half. We've got a low-scoring one, Ryan. We'll be back for the second half action.
Yep.